But when you really break it down, the Xbox One should have probably been the last generation of Xbox. Happy New Year, everyone. It is officially 2024. My name is John and welcome back to the Xbox Basement. I have been Team Xbox for a long time now, ever since the Xbox 360 to be exact. Bro, it's like Team Xbox, man. And when I was thinking up new video ideas, it came to my attention that Xbox is actually the losing team. And we actually really saw this kind of as an admission by Xbox back in May when Phil Spencer himself said that this was the worst gen to lose. He was of course talking about the Xbox One, but this got my wheels turning of, I don't think Xbox has ever actually won a console generation war. So Xbox of course got released in 2001. The original Xbox sold 24 million units. And I'm like, dang, that's a lot of units. Until we go and look at the PlayStation 2, which sold 155 million units. And all of a sudden, 24 million is absolutely nothing. Well, maybe they did better with the Xbox 360. Let's go check that out. So here in the Xbox 360, we see that they sold 84 million. That, of course, competed with the PlayStation 3, and PlayStation 3 sold 87 million. So, okay, we're closing the gap a little. This next generation is going to be great. So here we go with the Xbox One, and it looks like they got 58 million units off of this generation. That, of course, competed with the PlayStation 4, and it looks like they shipped 117 million. Alright, I guess let's look at the current generation and see how it's going for Xbox. Now, of course, this is still ongoing, but they've got 21 million units so far, as compared to the PlayStation 5, which has 46 million units. So only the Xbox 360 only came close to what the PlayStation was actually doing. And in every single generation, just compared to Sony, we're not even looking at Nintendo. Microsoft Xbox has been in dead last because since the Wii, Nintendo has been the best selling. And I really think that after coming close to the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360 generation, Microsoft had really high hopes for the Xbox One. Every single generation of Xbox has been hardware-wise superior to the PlayStation. Now I'm talking about technical specs like their RAM and their processors, and we can debate about that all day long. The point is that the Xbox hardware-wise is more powerful, and the pricing has always been on par or better than PlayStation. When the 360 was being released at $300 and $400, the PlayStation 3 was at $500 and $600. Just want to say a huge thank you to all of you guys who subscribe to the channel, and if you're not subscribed, consider doing that now. And we all know the debacle that was the red ring of death for Xbox 360. I don't know how much money Microsoft lost actually repairing those consoles, but when you really break it down, the Xbox One should have probably been the last generation of Xbox. Everybody was reeling from the red ring of death. They didn't sell near as many units as they had hoped. And then with the Xbox One and into the current generation, they had a ton of confusing names. Xbox One, Xbox One S, Xbox One X, Xbox Series S, Xbox Series X, as opposed to PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's when Xbox actually started losing money on each console that they sold, because they realized what Nintendo has known for a very long time is that content is king. The Switch is not nearly as powerful as any other current generation console, but it is so ingrained into us with Zelda and Mario and the Pokemon franchises that Nintendo doesn't have to do that. Sony as well, and everybody touts how great the first party exclusives are for Sony. And I think this is what really clicked for Microsoft, is that they realized that they need these exclusives, Activision Blizzard king. Not necessarily to be number one in the console sales department, but to get the franchises that people want under their belt so that Xbox can actually continue to survive. Is this going to make them immediately number one? Well, of course not. There's been way too many years of Nintendo and Sony already holding that spot, but we can absolutely see the focus of cloud gaming, of Game Pass, where Microsoft is actually putting their efforts into. The Xbox really grabbed people up with the Xbox 360 era. I did a whole video that you can actually check out right here talking about how great the Xbox 360 is even now. Everybody loves a good underdog story, story, including myself. I have owned every single popular Nintendo console. I have owned every single popular PlayStation console. But it was the Xbox 360 that really made me Team Xbox, even though they didn't have rechargeable batteries and the rubbers would come off of your sticks, and you had to have a weird connection to do any type of chat or audio listening. You would lose these battery packs all the time. I don't know what they were thinking with these giant power bricks, because not even the power bricks were universal. You had different connections. The original Xbox controller had these fantastic breakaway things so you wouldn't actually yank your console down, but of course they would break away and then you would lose them. And bro, what is this cable? There's a switch on the box, you have 12,000 different connections, but I am happy to say that I survived all of that wackiness, which was honestly just kind of like normal for us at the time. What won hardcore Xbox players over is the reliability of the online services, and Microsoft continues to do that to this day. A lot of people complain at them that they really don't care about their customer base, but I would argue that's not true. The number one reason being that Microsoft still supports its last gen consoles. That is the number one reason that I am Team Xbox and will continue to be so long through 2024. Happy New Year again, everybody. I look forward to a long series coming up here in 2024. A huge thank you to all my subscribers that made 2023 an amazing year for this channel. God bless you and keep you guys. We will see you in the next one.